What is going on, guys? Bretto back with another video. Today we have the week in review, episode 215. This is where we go over Raw and Smackdown in a WWE action figure setup style. Talk about what happened, tell you what I thought about it, matches, winners, losers. It's going to be epic. We're going to talk about Monday Night Raw first, and then about halfway through the video, we're going to talk about Smackdown. So if you don't care about Raw, skip to Smackdown. Before we even get started, let me know what you guys thought about the shows down in the comments down below. Follow me on Instagram. The link on how to spell it is right here, and then there's also a link in the description. I'm trying to get to 20,000 followers over there. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Trying to get to 200,000 subs over here. So without further ado, let's jump into the weekend review right now. We opened up the show with the brand new World Heavyweight Champion Seth freaking Rollins. I'm like, who is he going to get interrupted by? Of course, he starts talking about how, oh my gosh, let's go. I'm the new world champion. Let's freaking go. I'm like, who's he going to get interrupted by? Literally, who's going to be his next challenger? Out comes AJ Styles from Smackdown. I'm like, what? AJ Styles is from Smackdown. He can't just jump ship and just come here to Raw. I'm like, well, I guess he can. They showed their mutual respect for each other. They ended up shaking hands. They did have a mutual respect for each other. I sort of saw an AJ Styles heel turn coming, but it didn't happen. It actually turned into a tag team match after the Judgment Day interrupted Seth and AJ Styles. Turned into any two members of the Judgment Day versus Seth Rollins and AJ Styles in the main event. It got confirmed by Adam Pearce, and then we saw our main event, which was actually really decent. I'll talk about it later. Our first Money in the Bank qualifiers match was Ricochet going one-on-one with Mike the Miz Mizanin. This match was alright. We did see Ricochet hit a shooting star press to pick up the victory over the Miz, which I thought was amazing. I'd so rather see Ricochet in the Money in the Bank ladder match than the Miz, because we could actually see some high-flying maneuvers, some daredevilish stuff from the man Ricochet in the ladder match for the Money in the Bank contract. That's going to be happening in London. I'm so excited for that. So yeah, I'm hyped that Ricochet's part of the match. Let's go. This was decent. Trish Stratus started cutting a promo on Becky Lynch, of course, after taking the dub over her at Night of Champions, obviously because of the new Zoe Stark. Trish Stratus gets interrupted by Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch looks like she's about to pose a beatdown. She's like, you know what, Becky? Know what, Trish? I'm going to give you another bruise on your chin. And then here comes Zoe Stark. The numbers game catches up to Becky Lynch, and then Becky Lynch ends up getting a right hand right in the same spot where Trish Stratus has a big bruise on her jaw. So definitely returning the favor, or a seat, if you will, for Becky Lynch from Trish Stratus, because there was a gnarly bruise on Trish Stratus' jaw, dude. If you guys didn't see it, I highly recommend checking it out. I don't know if it was makeup or not, but man, it was freaking realistic looking, dude. But yeah, Zoe Stark and Trish. I love Trish on Monday Night Raw. Literally, I love heel Trish. Face Trish, so boring. Heel Trish, I love heel Trish. Indo Sheer went up against another local team of tag teams, and I don't care. I don't care. You guys know how I feel about these enhancement matches, these jobber matches, and I don't care. I don't care about the new Indo Sheer team. I don't care about Jinder Mahal. I didn't care about this match. They took the dub, obviously, but I don't care. Kevin Owens got heated after he got interrupted by Imperium. I love when Kevin Owens goes off with the microphone. He just starts going, no, and he just keeps yelling on the microphone. Sami Zayn had to calm him down. I thought that was awesome, and then they get interrupted by Shoosh, please. Otis, Chad Gable, and Maxine Dupree. They come out, and then it turns into a tag team match between Imperium, Giovanni Vinci, and Ludwig Kaiser versus Chad Gable and Otis. Tag team action. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn on commentary, which is priceless. I love KO and Sammy on commentary. It was awesome. But yeah, I did notice Maxine Dupree and Chad Gable are getting along very, very well. Does this mean that the Maximum Male Models is dead? Most likely. They're probably going to try to reinvent Massey and Mansois. But yeah, Maxine's with the Alpha Academy, and I actually like it. Maxine did get chased away by Valhalla, though. Sarah Logan, I'm like, why? She got chased away. And then Imperium were able to pick up the victory over the Alpha Academy. They were destroying Chad Gable at the end. They had a wicked uppercut, like powerbomb type maneuver to finish the match, and I was like, damn, dude, Imperium's kicking some ass right now. But yeah, I did enjoy Sammy and Kevin on commentary, and I don't know why they keep putting them against Imperium. I find it kind of odd. I'm not gonna lie. It was a fatal four-way tag team match to determine the new women's tag team champions. It was Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler going up against Chelsea Green and Sonya Deville, going up against Bayley and Io Sky of Damage Control, going up against Shotzi and Raquel Rodriguez. This fatal four-way tag match was just okay. Too obvious, though. I knew Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler were going to pick up the victory. Ronda Rousey tapped out Shotzi Blackheart within 1 second to pick up the victory and get those tag team titles. Dad Alive is super excited about this one because he likes Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler as a tag team. I honestly could care less, not going to lie, but it is cool to see new women's tag team champions instead of no women's tag team champions. This wasn't bad. Cody Rhodes cut a promo I hear talking about the beast Brock Lesnar, saying, Brock Lesnar, you actually think this is over? Do you want this to be over? You won by referee stoppage. And Cody Rhodes just kept calling out Brock. He's like, I'm issuing an open challenge to you, Brock. Find me. Here's my schedule. Let's do this. Most likely at Money in the Bank or SummerSlam if they want to wait. I don't know where this match is going to happen, but if they were to do another match, it has to be like a no DQ match, like they did with Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam. It has to be like a no DQ match because we've already seen 2 regular matches now. It needs to be no DQ. For real. But yeah, Cody Rhodes cut a solid promo here, and his arm is still broken. JD McDonough was supposed to go one-on-one with Dolph Ziggler, but this match didn't really have a winner. I'm not going to lie. JD McDonough just kept beating up Dolph Ziggler on the outside of the ring, and then it sort of just ended. There was no bell ring. The referee just said, oh yeah, it's over, it's over. It's like, what? Like, Dolph Ziggler was literally fighting. Dolph Ziggler did get dropped on his neck, though. JD McDonough botched a suplex, and then dropped Dolph Ziggler right on his neck. I'm like, really, JD McDonough? Why are you trying to kill my boy Dolph Ziggler? But yeah, he beat him down, sent him into the steps, and just making a little statement. It's only a matter of time until JD McDonough joins the Judgment Day. I guarantee it. Another Money in the Bank qualifiers match was Shinsuke Nakamura going one-on-one with Bronson Reed. This match was okay. Shinsuke Nakamura did hit the Kinshasa kick right after Bronson Reed got in the ring at the 9 count of being counted out. So Shinsuke will be in the men's Money in the Bank ladder match with Ricochet. So as of now, Shinsuke Nakamura and Ricochet, I don't see them winning the briefcase, but they are part of the match, which I am excited about. Then our main event of the show was Seth frickin' Rollins and AJ Styles going up against Damian Priest and Finn Balor of Judgment Day. Dominic and Rhea were on ringside. They ended up getting ejected by the referee because they were causing too many shenanigans on the ringside area. And then in the end, after they got eliminated from ringside, Seth Rollins hit the curb stomp on Damian Priest, I believe twice, to pick up the victory over Damian Priest and the rest of Judgment Day, which I thought was lit. AJ Styles and Seth Rollins make a pretty good team. I think that's awesome. I think they should keep teaming. I'm not going to lie, but eventually I see AJ Styles turning on Seth Rollins. Or this was a one-time deal, though, because AJ Styles is on Smackdown. I don't even know, man. The draft is so weird. I don't even know. They barely follow the rules anymore. But yeah, guys, that was Raw in a setup style. I thought Raw was just okay. Nothing too special. I'm going to give it a 2.5 out of 5. I'm not going to give it a 2. I'm not going to give it a 3. It's right there in the middle. 2.5 out of 5. You guys let me know what you guys thought about the shows down in the comments below. Smackdown and the celebration of the 1,000-day reign as WWE Undisputed Universal Champion Roman Reigns celebration at the end of the show, which I will talk about. Here's Smackdown, guys. It wasn't bad. I was really, really excited for this episode of Smackdown. Did it deliver? It was alright. The Bloodline stuff was good. As far as everything else, I'm going to talk about it right now. Let's jump in. We opened up the show with Austin Theory. He was set to team with Pretty Deadly, which is actually a team that's somewhat growing on me. I'm not going to lie. Yeah, they're a little goofy, but I like the team, all right? So they come out, they praise Austin Theory in a way, and then it was a 6-man tag team match. They go up against Sheamus and the rest of the Brawling Brutes, Ridge Holland and Butch. 6-man tag team match, and what a banger way to open up the show. The Brawling Brutes are such a good opener match. They're so exciting. They always have solid moves. It was a solid match. In the end, Pretty Deadly take out Ridge Holland, right? They use a little, like, not twin magic, but one of the members of Pretty Deadly covered up their head with the apron, as I believe it was Elton Prince who was legal, and then Elton Prince took care of Ridge Holland with his tag partner, and then they tagged in Austin Theory to get the pinfall. I'm like, why wouldn't you get the pinfall for yourself? You're brand new. Make a statement, get a pinfall in your match, and take the dub. I thought it was really odd by Pretty Deadly to give Austin Theory the victory, and they said, yes, boy, which I thought was really odd. But anyways, I'm enjoying Pretty Deadly. As far as this opening tag match, it's pretty fire. The OC, Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson went up against Hit Row, Ashante Diadonis, and Top Dollar. Of course, we did have Meechin on ringside as well as B-Fab, which, oh my God, dude. Freaking Hit Row is so garbage. That's the one talent that I was not happy when Triple H brought them back. But anyways, they're back. Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson were able to take care of business. They hit the Magic Killer on Ashante Diadonis to pick up the victory. And then after the match, Top Dollar wasn't having it. He jumps in the ring, starts attacking the OC. But then AJ Styles is like, nope. He hits the phenomenal forearm on Top Dollar, takes him down. And I thought it was sick because the hair was covering AJ Styles' face as well as his hood. His hood was covering his eyes. His hair was covering his eyes. And he still nailed the phenomenal forearm. I was like, amazing. But the one thing that they have to do to fix this group is take Michin out. That's the one thing they have to do. She looks so out of place in this group. The feud with Judgment Day is over. Take Michin out of the OC. Please. Thank you. It was an episode of the Grayson Waller effect, and you guys know how I feel about Grayson Waller. I cannot stand that idiot, not even because he's a heel. I just don't like him. I don't like the character. I don't like him who plays Grayson Waller. I'm just not a fan. I don't like the guy. Anyways, he hosted the Grayson Waller effect special guest Asuka. Asuka was just talking in Japanese, so nobody could really understand her. And then Io Sky interrupts, and I'm like, ooh, this is going to be fire. Io Sky is good. Asuka's somewhat good. And this could be a freaking fire matchup, right? But then they just keep bringing people out like Shotzi, Bayley, and I'm like, here comes Lacey Evans, Selena Vega. I'm like, really? So they had to do that. I want to see Io Sky versus Asuka though. And then after that, they just started arguing, obviously for the Money in the Bank spot. And then Bianca Belair sneaks up behind Asuka, takes her out as she's trying to leave, and there's a brawl between them two. And then during the commercial break, Selena Vega actually got the woman's right from Lacey Evans while they were cleaning up the set of the Grayson Waller effect. And then they had a match, and then Selena Vega picked up the victory with the code red. Dude, I love Selena Vega, bro. She got hyped up by the LWO backstage, and they're like, Selena Vega, you gotta win Money in the Bank. And then Santos can win at Money in the Bank too. It can be Mrs. and Mr. Money in the Bank. I'm like, dude, that would be so sick. I love the LWO. I love Selena Vega. I wasn't always a big fan of Selena Vega too, man, but she is so cool, dude. I want to see her win Money in the Bank. She was able to take the dub over Lacey Evans, and she deserves that briefcase. As far as this promo, didn't like it. As far as this match, I love seeing Selena Vega win. Cameron Grimes said if Baron Corbin never shows his face again on Smackdown, he will take care of him. But Baron Corbin's in NXT now, feuding with, I believe, Carmelo Hayes, which I could care less. It was sort of a downgrade for Baron Corbin, but honestly, he needed it. Him and Ali. I feel like they would have been really lost, especially after Night of Champions. So I'm glad that they got moved back down to NXT. As far as Cameron Grimes, he's still shooting to the moon. LA Knight went one-on-one with Montez Ford in a Money in the Bank qualifiers match. I forgot to say, yes, this was a Money in the Bank qualifiers match, obviously. And Montez Ford, I thought, had this one in the bag. I'm not going to lie. I'm like, oh, they're not going to push LA Knight, are they? They did, dude. The crowd was booing Montez Ford, which I found so odd. They were chanting, yeah, for LA Knight, and LA Knight takes the dub. Yeah, I know I'm using Bobby Roode. LA Knight will be in the Money in the Bank ladder match, and hopefully he could take that briefcase, bro. He did win by grabbing the rope, so technically it was a non-clean victory, but he still won. It goes down in the record books as a W. And after the match, he grabbed a ladder, climbed up the ladder, looked at the briefcase, didn't pull it down. He just looked at it, and he's like, LA Knight, yeah. I was like, oh man, I want to see LA Knight with that briefcase. I think it'd be really fire. I feel like a heel should always have the Money in the Bank contract because it's sort of like a heel tactic. Am I right? I mean, taking somebody out when they're down, it's just weird seeing a face do that. Like when Big E cashed in, yeah, it was an awesome moment, but when he cashed in, I was like, that's sort of like a heel thing. Like, I don't know. I mean, it works for anybody whose face that tries to cash in. It's just weird, bro, at least in my opinion. But yeah, LA Knight's moving to Money in the Bank. Let's go, baby. It was the 1,000-day celebration of Roman Reigns for the Undisputed WWE Universal Championship, and they unveiled a new title. Before they did it, Triple H, of course, was out there to unveil the new title, just like he did with the World Heavyweight title. I'm like, please give us some wings. Give us some wings. Give us some design to this belt. Give us some character to this belt. And they didn't. It's literally the same freaking belt, just with a gold background instead of blue or black. I'm like, bruh. Really? This was your opportunity to really make a cool custom belt like they did with the World Heavyweight Championship. I like the World Heavyweight Championship. I don't like this new Universal Championship. It's gold now. It's like, dude, give us wings. Wings, please. But anyways, after that, they celebrated 1,000 days. Roman Reigns asked for the universe, not Pennsylvania, the universe, to acknowledge him. And then the Usos come out, sort of cause a little controversy. Jimmy Uso tries to talk some sense into Solo, gets him on his side, gets gets Jay on his side, and then Jimmy's just like, I just want to run this with respect. We're great together. Let's just run it with respect. And then Roman Reigns is like, no. And then Solo turns on Jimmy. Samoan Spike. So Solo's still manipulated by the Tribal Chief. Jimmy is completely out. Jimmy is 100% out of the bloodline, no doubt about that. And Jay is sort of on the fence, but will Jay come around? Roman Reigns said Jey Uso will come around. He'll fall in line again. He always does. But I don't think Jey Uso will fall in line this time. Not this time. This is different. There's no freaking way. But this promo was fire. Kept me thinking the entire time, and it makes me want to watch next week too. But yes, guys, that was SmackDown. If I were to rank this show at the end here, I'm going to give this show a solid 3. I'm going to give it a 2.5 out of 5. I thought it was a somewhat okay show. I enjoyed the Bloodline stuff. As far as the rest, it was just all right. You guys let me know your rankings down in the comments down below, and I will see y'all next time. Bretto Live out.